This is Creating Crafts with Jenny, and currently I upload about 3, maybe 4 times a week, but today is a Monday, so Monday I've dedicated during the month of February to Karen Clark's The Cube One, and I will show you a picture of what we are going to be working on today and how it turned out, and I'm very happy with the results. Before we get started, I do want to show you a little bit. So I'm going to show you the palette. It looks like this, and I will put another picture of it up, and I will keep it up here for a little while as we talk about what colors are in the palette and which colors I chose to use for my project. Okay, so she has got a deco art, they call it a forest green. It had like a mustard yellow, and I went with a kind of a gold, metallic gold, because I wanted a little bit of sparkle in my paint. We also have what they call a ghost stone. So I played around with these 3 colors here to get the color that I want. I'm sorry you guys can't see those very well on camera. This is a spa blue. I've got color shot white, and a lot of times these whites have sparkle in them, and I couldn't quite tell if it does or does not, but a lot of them do. And then I've used this several times recently, and this is Bastille Gray. I like this shaded gray. And so I've got my palette down here, or my canvas down here. So I was thinking, you know, as I was getting this ready, I was looking at the picture of what, and Karen Clark's, this is a 029, and it has, like, basically when I look at this picture, what do I see? I see that the canvas was flooded with green, and then the white and the yellow, and then kind of the dark greens behind it. So I'm thinking, because I have a lot of green, I'm thinking about an off-center, because usually what I do is I go usually right down the middle. I'll turn my canvas here just a little bit here. Is I draw a line and I go right down the center. So I'm thinking off-center. So I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to put the dark green there, and I'm going to put the light green here, and then these other colors I'm going to do in this area, and I'm going to use the blow dryer to blow them up and towards this area here and see how we turn out. See how it works. So I'm going to, I've lost my paint. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to put this one down in this bottom half here. And why don't you go that far? This way. I'm going to put paint right along that line that I've drawn. And basically what this paint does is just allows the paint to be able to move around on your canvas too. I can go in later and fill in areas if I want to. That's not a problem. Okay, so this big part up here is going to be flooded with this gorgeous green. Kind of a, you know, today's kind of, I'm going to be using all that green. Kind of a gloomy day for Indiana. Our weather's doing that where it kind of gives you a sneak peek of the spring is coming. But that's all you get. It's kind of a sneak peek, and then the temperatures jump back down and it goes gloomy again, that sort of thing. So this kind of reminds you of spring a little bit. And if I have to make more green up, I can. That's no big deal. I don't think I will need to. Paint has a way of kind of smoothing itself out once it dries. I kind of wish I had a little bit more. Maybe I got a little bit more in the cup. Yep, there we go. Yeah, see if I can smooth it out just a little bit more here. You can smooth your paints out a couple different ways. You can actually blow dry this section if you want to. You can use somewhat of a paintbrush and that sort of thing. Just whatever you want to do. Some bubbles there, get those popped. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to start with these colors. I do have white standing by, just in case. And I'm thinking I may start with white. I know, white isn't necessarily one of the colors. Your white and your blacks are your basic colors, and it's okay to use them. It really is. It's not going to hurt anything. Won't change the way it looks? Yeah, but that's okay. Right here in the center. And just a little bit more white. And to get this interesting blue looking color. That gray is so similar to it. Let's see. Some gray there. Let's do some gray around here. And let's do some more yellow. Alright, let's see what we can do with just that. I'll grab my blow dryer. And let's see what we can do with that. Wow. Now I do think that I will probably go in with the green and touch up some of this areas here because I can see that it needs to be thicker. But I think I will do that with nothing mixed with the paint, just kind of brush it on once it's dried. And like little areas like this here, although I could probably fix that here. There we go. It goes down that way. Okay. And again, some of these areas here where the canvas is looking a little bit dry to me. But I think once it dries, I think it's going to look amazing. I mean, look at all this stuff. Now, all the paints were mixed with Floetrol. But here's an interesting thing with the paints. All of the paints are from different companies. So there's different bodied paints. Some of them are more watered down than others. They're just different. So a lot of times the paints are, even though it's paint, acrylic paint, their makeup or how they made the paint could be different, right? All right, so yeah, I mean, you can barely see the white that I used. I didn't use hardly any of the stone white, whatever stuff that I made. I think I could have gotten by with just white without the stone color. But like I said, I will go in after, because I'm pretty well empty. I got a little bit here. I get a little bit of green here. But I will go through afterwards and make sure that these areas are covered with paint. And yeah, so a little bit here. I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. A lot of your paints will do like a self-leveling thing once you put them on here. As long as look at everything is pretty much flat, so not too worried about that. But yeah, that green will smooth out and look good by the time I get done with it. So yeah, I think that's going to be fine. It looks a little busy right now. It looks pretty good on camera. You guys may not be picking up. Let me check my other camera here. What I'm seeing here. Where'd my mouse go? Yeah, you can see a little bit in this camera here. Some of these areas here, so we will get those to smooth out just a little bit. Oh yeah, I think it's really pretty. It's different. Like I said, I just kind of took the idea from this in regards to, I really didn't want a daisy. So that's kind of like where that kind of idea came from. In regards to the canvas and instead of doing right down the middle like I normally do, I did it off center and then blew it up into the other colors. The cool thing about dividing up your canvas is you can do a lot of different things. You can either go like I did here, where I would say these are the two darker colors, went down as the dividing colors, or you can go from one extreme to the other, black, white, at the opposite ends of this color spectrum. I could have said, okay, my canvas is going to be completely gray. And I could have covered the entire canvas with one particular color. Or I could have just went with white. Just whatever it wants to do. I like the idea of, on my blow dryer, I did put a stick across the top of it so that I could get this here because I wanted it to blow up, but I didn't want it to all go up. My blow dryer is, poor thing, is about wore out. Is a what they call a cool blow dryer. They're not hard to find, but you need one that can always stay on a cool setting, and that's what this thing does. I've had this thing forever. So my blow dryer does not blow hot air. It's actually just regular regular air, cool room temperature air sort of thing. So there, I am very pleased with this. I don't even think I'll add any sparkle to it. Some of the paints do have a little bit of a shimmer to them. The gold did, so I'm seeing a little bit of that. Let's hit it with some heat. Let's see if we can get some more fun stuff. Thing to come out here. I'm not seeing too many bubbles. That's always a good thing. And like I said, the paints were mixed with Floetrol. But then paints were coming from, like I said, all different companies. Oh, and the white was mixed with Sax. I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but yeah, it was mixed with white. Or the white is the Sax paint. So, and so far I've just absolutely loved I love their paints. Yeah, I do. And like the good thing is, for your money, that's a good way to go. You can start out painting with these little guys if you want to. You can get a couple paintings out of these depending on how big your canvas is. But if you're going to want to continuously do painting, a lot of painting, it's better to buy them, sometimes your paint in the larger jugs. If you get all your base paints and you've got a good color wheel, you can make just about any color you want. There's also apps that you can use on your phone that can help you mix colors, and the apps that I have seen will give you percentages, like, you know, 20% of this and 30% of that, and so on. So, yeah. But I'm very pleased with this. It's very bright, very colorful, very springy looking. So, yeah. I'm pleased with it. So, I will show you some pictures with the Barbie furniture right about here. And, yeah. So, what do I always tell you guys? Go out there. Be awesome. Be great. Do your thing. And I will see you in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.